Well, everybody, it's time to play the blame game, and the first person to drop through that celebrity trap door is John Elway. Denver Broncos, mile high view, no commercials, and like the Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense, no bullshit. Okay, it's time to play the blame game. Where do we start putting the blame? How about we start where it always should be, management. Yeah, the Denver Broncos are going to face a blitz next week, the week after that, until this team can figure out how to actually block. So I'm blaming Elway. This looks like the worst offensive line. Oh, the Munchacks here. The offensive line's getting better. We got these guys. I'm going to tell you what. The acquisition of Glasgow is beginning to look like the 4-year lemon deal that we got from Ron Leary, Mr. Give Me a Medic. But they're just pushing him around all over the place. So that was really not a good pickup. You've got Juwan James, of course, in the hospital of triage. He can't come and play. Wilkinson's is a train wreck. Bowles, should be, maybe coming in as a bench warming position to give somebody a break at best. So Elway has had, since, this is the sad thing. Here's the sad thing. The last time the Denver Broncos actually put a decent offensive line together was Josh McDaniels. After that, it's just gone down the tube, and it's never really come back. And Peyton Manning inherited that line that Josh McDaniels. That was the only thing he really did. So by the time Peyton Manning stepped in, they were pretty well seasoned at that time. There was most of the people on the offensive line came from that. Most of them. My point is, Elway's had since he got here to really maintain an offensive line, and he's failed. Next award, the failure award or blame. There's plenty of fingers to be. We got all kinds of fingers, and they're pointing in this blame game. And Shurmur is next, and Munchack. Shurmur and Munchack. If you can't figure out how to pick up blitzers in your schemes, then we need to fire you. You're getting worse. You're not getting better. Pittsburgh showed you what they're doing, and it's just like the Pittsburgh Steelers just put on Tampa Bay uniforms. Shurmur and Munchack both have not learned their lesson. So you fail. Munchack, everybody talked about you. Right now, you don't impress anybody. Okay, you're not impressing anybody. Then we go to the quarterback. I mean, can you figure out, is there a way you can figure out that there's a free runner coming at you? This time, it wasn't Gordon. It was your responsibility. Now we got to stop for a second. Did Shurmur or Munchack put anything in so that there's some kind of a communication between the quarterback and the rest of the players to pick these guys up? That's still a question. So we give the quarterback position Driscoll a 3/4 blame because we don't really know if they worked that out. Is that from coaching? Okay, that's fair. Now, let's stop the blame game for a second and let's talk about the defense really quick. The Denver Broncos defense had to play 3 different teams. Again, they had to play against 3 different teams. They had to play against the Tampa Bay offense. They had to play against the special teams. And they had to play against the 3-and-out offense of the Denver Broncos. They were up against 3 teams, to be honest with you. And if it hadn't been for the complete unmotivation and the dropsy doodles, which is something I should have mentioned, that Tampa Bay's receivers tend to be a dropsy doodle core of receivers. If it wasn't for that, If it wasn't for that, this game could have went into the stratosphere as far as, how much the Broncos got beat by. But Elway should be fired. If this thing just keeps, it's obvious that they haven't been bringing any talent in. And that's something that's been said for a long time. I've been pounding the table. Sports Talk Radio's even been pounding the table. This is glaringly bad. And that's all on Elway. I mean, ultimately, it goes to the top. I said that the guy should have been fired a long time ago. With this offensive line, I don't know what this offense can do. They've got some decent receivers. They've got some decent backs. But like I said, the last time that this O-line has been actually addressed properly was back with Josh McDaniels. Properly. He brought it to where it was decent, and then it started to degrade during Peyton Manning's watch. They became veterans when they fired Josh McDaniels. They became a veteran offensive line. In the beginning, did a decent job. But there is nothing that this offensive line, it is worse. It's almost as bad as the Trevor Siemian era offensive line. I didn't think it would get that bad again, but it has. Everybody has to go. Did Reisner do any? Has Reisner done anything? I have to look at the tapes. Cushenberry's young, so I can't totally throw him under the bus. Glasgow was getting pushed all over the place. That seems to be another one of those Elway as usual. And Munchack. Y'all worship Munchack. Did he bring him in? Because it's not working. And they're going to see the blitz against every single team they go against. And the fact is that they couldn't handle it. Physically, they couldn't handle it. But even scheming-wise, they couldn't handle it. It was obvious. It wasn't even, there was no coaching involved in handling it. This is a huge, huge red flag all across the board. And getting a quarterback in college isn't going to solve this problem. You better get that through your thick head there, Bronco country.